morning, YouTube. This is me, Angie, with another short video. And today I want to talk about my opinions about this election, what might happen. I don't know exactly what's going on, to be honest, but I can base on the records that Joe and Biden represent. And I'm not really how can I explain it? Very happy what's going on. I had a friend yesterday say, "Hey, are you calling me because?" Well, no, that wasn't true. He called me, or no, I don't know, that's not true. I called him. He was like, "Do you need a bodyguard?" I was like, "No, I just want your opinion about this whole thing." And he was like, "Well, I had a black friend, a female, that was asking me to go with her as protection. I mean, now there's, people that are scared that the police are going to come and pretty much put them in jail or something like that. I mean, if we're seeing, what we're seeing with Black Lives Matter, with protests and all that stuff, looting, all that stuff. I mean, I really believe that Harris, because based on her record, she's just gonna build a bunch of jails just to put Black Lives Matter protesters in there. I mean, that's not good. I mean, I to be honest, do not think that's a good idea. But I mean, I don't know what to say at this point. Joe believes in some weird segregation. He believes in busing. He believes in criminal, not reform. He believes in the crime bill. I mean, do we expect that they're gonna change and decide, oh, we're not really doing that? I mean, but you guys have a background. I mean, even yesterday, this is the weirdest shit that happened yesterday, but like, I found out Bernie also voted for the crime bill, which I didn't even know. I was like, what the? Like, it just feels like staged. Everything feels staged, like everything looks planned. And it's kind of like, yep, I already know what's going to happen. And then, like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. I was like, my friends was like, what has Trump done for you? I can tell you I haven't been stopped from a cop for the last 4 years. I had peace in mind for the last 4 years. So, I mean, I haven't been affected with it. I said, if you haven't done anything good for you for the 4 years for yourself, I mean, of course you're going to be complaining. But, I mean, you're not really expecting a freaking welfare check. I mean, let's just be realistic here. And then they were like, well, I did receive that stimulus check. Okay, well, why are you complaining then? Because if you felt like your other presidents didn't give you a stimulus check, then why did you vote for Biden? I mean, I just trying to understand your whole thing. Oh, with the whole immigrants, and maybe he'll give papers. I was like, dude, wake up. There's no president that is gonna give Hispanic people, like illegal Hispanic people, papers. Like, you just gotta wake up. Come on, let's just be realistic. I was like, okay, realistically, the only way that would happen if you put a president that their parents are illegal, right? And then, for example, they will give them the papers. But there is no president that's going to give you papers. The only last president who gave papers to migrants or whatever was, Reagan. That was the last president. And that's been a long time. That was back in the 80s. I was not even born then. So, like, I mean, you expect that the Democrats are gonna all of a sudden give you papers? Come on, give me a break. I mean, I would actually curse right now, but like, seriously, if Obama didn't do it, do you think Joe is gonna do it? Like, you guys need to stop with this whole dreaming stuff. I mean, this is just, you guys have to start being more realistic about certain things. I'm just like, this is like ridiculous. And friends being worried that the police are gonna all of a sudden like stop them, and you need a security and all that stuff. That is a lot of crap right there. If you're worried about that, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, in my opinion. Anyways, yesterday I went to church. Well, I didn't go to church, but I went for a what you call it, a food bank kind of. And yeah, I mean, I'm trying to save like rice, beans, canned fruit, anything that's canned, because you never know, like these people might do like a bad policy, and then all of a sudden we ran out of food. Of course canned foods is gonna be there, but you never know, something goes in there and just robs the whole store. I don't know what's gonna happen. At this point, I believe there's gonna be security guards in every like retail store or like grocery store, guarding the place, because you never know, we might even have a real food shortage. And all this time, everybody's saying we're gonna have food shortage, we might have a food shortage. I mean, it might come true. I don't know. I mean, it's very concerning, to be honest. We're in concerning times. We are confused. We don't know what's going on. I mean, it's crazy. And another thing, I watched this trailer that's about it's called Songbird. Basically, like, it's 2024, I believe, and it's in California, the movie that's based on, and everybody was still in quarantine. And the guy, I guess, I don't know if his arm, like they chipped him or something to get immunity. I'm not sure, because he kept showing his arm to the military. So I don't know if that's predictive programming or they're trying to warn us about something. But I would get out of California if that's the case, because you might be in shutdown. They're the first state that was shut down with this whole COVID stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised that they're the first one to get tested on this stuff. I mean, this is just wild. I mean, you saying COVID 23? Ooh, nah. If we get COVID 23, that's under Mr. Biden's presidency. That's kind of crazy. Also, like, there was a predictive programming under The Simpsons too, even though it says I shouldn't vote for Kanye or something like that, and then there's food shortages and like like all this crazy stuff that was happening. But like, to be honest, I don't believe it was gonna be, they should have just left it blank, because then they would have just like, everybody would have figured it out. Because at this point, I mean, that might happen. We might have the food shortage, the war, and the famine. You don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, hold tight. We never depend on the president. No matter who it is, never depend on the president. Okay? And for the Black Lives Matter movement, I wish you luck. Try to stay out of trouble. I do not want you to see you behind the doors. You know what I mean? I don't want you to be behind the doors and you cannot get out. So be careful. Don't be outside in the street trying to protest, because it's not going to be worth it when you're in there. So, I mean, Miss Kamala has bad history about building jails and not schools. She even said it in herself. Why do I need to build these schools? We don't need more schools. Like, she is so anti like education, all that stuff. Like, you would prefer to build fucking jails than to build the schools? Okay, well, something is wrong with you if you're thinking that way. I'm being honest, something is very wicked about this lady. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she takes the whole presidency like in the next 2 years. I mean, it might not even take 2 years. It might take 1.5 years at this point. I mean, this thing is wild. That's all I can say. I mean, stay safe, get food, get water. And you gotta have a positive mindset at this point. You know what I mean? You gotta pray. So anyways, happy Sunday. Subscribe and give me a likes button. Have a great day. Bye.